What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have Apocalyptica. Yes, indeed. How about that? Apocalyptica making their debut on the channel. This comes as a request from Great Reaper 83 and it was also the winner of the Patreon request prioritization poll, winning with 56% of the vote. It was number 692 in the queue. It went straight up to number 1 thanks to winning the poll. They all want to see me react to this song by Apocalyptica called Farewell. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've heard of Apocalyptica. I remember I picked up their album where they did Metallica by Four Cellos, I think is the name of the album that they did. And that was a really interesting album. It really was. It was a really well done album. I love the rendition they did of Creeping Death. I thought that was fantastic. But as far as anything else they've done, I really am not familiar with anything else they've done. I did see them perform live once, but I'll be perfectly honest with you, I do not remember anything from that show, really. So, because I was there to actually see another band, I don't remember them a whole lot, but I do remember I did see them live. But if you were to ask me name one song that they performed from that concert, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. So look, maybe this was one of them, but I do not remember. So there's that. This was posted by Eika, I guess that's how you pronounce that. E-I-C-C-A, Eika. Sure, we'll go with that. And the video has 653,045 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. Alright, here we go. Apocalyptica, Farewell, live from 2005. Cool. Alright, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
I was wondering about that. Okay, the first time they went through that melodic line, they didn't resolve to the major. They went down, I think, to the minor third instead of the major third. And then the second time through, this time they went to the major for the resolution I was looking for on the first one. Nice little swerve, really nice swerve. It definitely caught my attention. It's very pretty. It's really pretty. I will definitely give it that. It's a very pretty song so far. Is this my cup of tea? No. If I'm being honest here, guys, it's not my cup of tea. But it's really pretty though, and I am enjoying it. We'll see what I mean. Look, we still got another 4 minutes to go. Things can still change. Things can happen. I might change my mind. I don't know. Only one way to find out, right? See what I mean? Went down to the 2 instead of the 3rd. Playing around with the melodic line. I love that. I love how they're finding those nice inversions. All finding the right notes within the chords, but not doing what's predictable. Like, I was expecting them to go back to that 3rd again, but instead they go up to the 6 and the 5. I was very pleasantly surprised by that. It was a nice jump, and again, didn't feel awkward, didn't feel out of place. It was just, it wasn't what you were expecting. And it was a nice, very nice surprise. I dug it. I absolutely dug it. Still pretty. Nothing that sounds out of place. Everything sounds very well blended. Nice levels. Everybody is playing in about the same levels, which is nice. It's good stuff. I mean, it is good stuff. So let's keep going. Let's see where this goes. It says there's still 38 seconds left. I hate it when this happens. Sometimes whatever's left in those last 38 seconds, sometimes it's important, but other times it's just nonsense. It's not necessary at all. So here's the deal. I'm going to watch the next 38 seconds. But for right now, I'm going to say that's it. And I'll let you know that I'm going to see you in the review and we'll talk about it. But if I watch the 38 seconds and I think it's important to the score, to the video as a whole, then I'll leave it in. Obviously, I'll leave it in. And then I'll see you again later. So for right now, as it stands right now, I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Apocalyptica with a tune called Farewell. This was a request from Great Reaper 83. And it was also the winner of the Patreon request prioritization poll, winning with 56% of the vote, moving it from number 692 straight up to number 1. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, your vote does matter. Okay, I have a score here. I did think about it, and this is the score I came up with. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.1. Yep, 8.1. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay. Let me just get this out of the way. Let me just get this out there, and let me just get it out, get over and with and done. This is not my cup of tea. It's not. I'm sorry. Look, this is just not something I will ever go looking for. This is not something I will ever listen to again. It's not. It's not up my wheelhouse. Having said that, though, there is no denying that this was a great song and this was a great performance. So, let's get to it. Why did this get an 8.1 if I don't like it? Well, it's very simple. I can be objective and I can look at things and evaluate things for what they actually are. And the truth of the matter is, these are some very talented guys playing instruments that you don't normally see in the world of rock and metal, and they did a great job playing a great song. That's really all there is to it, guys. I mean, just because, and this has happened, this is not the first time this has happened on the channel where I have flat out said I'm not a fan of it. You know, I'm not, but there's no denying the talent and that went into this. So let's get to it. The drummer back there, I can honestly take him or leave him. It honestly didn't make one bit of difference to me whether he was there or not. The three guys playing the cello, they all clearly know their instruments. They're very creative with their usage of their instruments. They were flipping between parts. Like each time they would flip, someone would take the lead, the other two would do the backing, and then that was really cool. It was really cool to see. The one guy on stage left seemed to be doing most of the root note stuff. He was basically kind of being like the bass player / rhythm guitarist. He was like taking care of holding down the bottom end and holding down the root. The other two, the guy on stage right and the guy in the middle, they were doing more like the melodic lines and the counter melodic lines or the harmonies. Now there were times I did hear 3-part harmonies, so obviously all three of them were doing it, which was nice. It was really cool. It didn't last for very long because you don't want that to happen for too long, because then who's going to carry the bottom end and who's going to keep the song moving forward? So he would come up and do, you know, the third part, but, you know, very quickly, though, he would go back down and cover the root note again, which was perfectly fine. The song itself felt really good. I have no issue with the song. It was a very pretty song. It's just not something, like I said, I would ever want to listen to on my own, but there's absolutely no denying that the song was well written, well constructed. I loved those little swerves that they would put in there. Like, just when you think they're going to resolve to the third, you know, instead they resolved to the 2 and then on to the 1. And I was like, whoa, hold on now. That was a nice little switch. And then there were other parts where I thought they were going to go to the 3rd. Instead, they went up to the 6 and resolved to the 5. And I was like, okay, that was really cool too. That worked out as well. But every time they would resolve, it would always fit within the chordal structure. They would always resolve it well. It was never a dissonant chord that was left just hanging without resolution. I mean, the 2 was kind of a dissonant note, but it would always resolve to the 1, so I had no issue with that. And the chordal flow that they had within the song was really nice as well. Everything just flowed well from one chord to the next. It never felt weird. It never felt awkward. It never felt like it didn't belong. So, this was a really nice song. It was a great song. It really was. There's no denying it. Now, would I ever give this like a 9? No, I wouldn't give it a 9. But I do feel it was a great job nonetheless, both from a songwriting standpoint and from an execution standpoint. All three cello players obviously know their instrument inside and out. They obviously did a great job of it. Nice job on the vibrato. Never overdoing the vibrato like I've heard a lot of other cello players do. Just enough vibrato to be noticeable and kind of add to the melodic lines. But other than that, I mean, I would never go as far as say it was mind-blowing. But it was still a great job overall from all three members. And that is why it's getting the 8.1. I did enjoy it, but I will never go looking for this. Like, I'm glad I listened to it. It was really pretty. But I'll never go looking for this to listen on my own. It's just not up my wheelhouse, guys. It's not my cup of tea. But no denying, it was a great job. So, 8.1, final score, I have spoken. Well, let's get into it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.